Our story begins in Toronto, a city of endless possibilities, where two worlds were about to collide. Alex, a Toronto native, loved showing people the soul of his city. Maria, vibrant and full of life, had just arrived from Brazil on a temporary work assignment, ready for an adventure. They met by chance at a bustling market, a simple hello sparking something undeniable. In an instant, they were inseparable. They wandered through the distillery district's cobblestone streets, shared secrets over coffee in Kensington Market, and watched the city lights twinkle from the CN Tower. Each day was a new discovery, not just of Toronto, but of each other. It felt like they had known each other for a lifetime, yet their time was preciously short. They packed a lifetime of moments into those few weeks' picnics in Hyde Park. Ferry rides to the islands, and quiet evenings, just talking for hours. They knew this was more than a fleeting romance. It was the beginning of everything. But as quickly as it started, the clock was ticking down. Maria's assignment was coming to an end, and a vast ocean was about to test the very foundation of what they had built. The day Maria left for Brazil was one of the hardest. The airport goodbye was filled with tearful promises and the heavy weight of uncertainty. Suddenly, their world of shared moments shrank to the size of a phone screen. This was the start of their long-distance chapter, a true test of their connection. Their lives became a dance across time zones. Alex would wake up to goodnight messages, and Maria's day would start with recordings of Alex's voice from the night before. Video calls were their lifeline. They'd have virtual dinner dates, watch movies simultaneously, and try to bridge the thousands of miles with a digital connection. But it wasn't easy. The ache of separation was a constant companion. Seeing your favorite person only through a screen, unable to hold their hand or share a simple hug, was a unique kind of heartbreak. Some days were filled with frustration and loneliness, the distance feeling like an insurmountable wall.
They missed the little things, the spontaneous laughs, the shared silences, the comfort of just being in the same room.
On top of the emotional strain, a new, more daunting challenge emerged. Navigating the labyrinth of Canadian immigration. The dream of being together in Canada was their North Star, but the path to get there was anything but clear. They spent countless hours researching, filling out forms, and gathering documents. The immigration process felt like a mountain of paperwork and complex legal jargon. Every form had to be perfect. Every piece of evidence meticulously organized to prove their relationship was genuine. They compiled photo albums, chat logs, flight tickets, a scrapbook of their love story intended for an immigration officer. It was a stressful, expensive, and emotionally draining ordeal. The constant worry was a shadow over their calls. What if they made a mistake? What if their application was rejected? The stakes were incredibly high. This wasn't just about a visa. It was about their future, their dream of building a life together. There were moments of doubt where the sheer scale of the challenge felt overwhelming. They had to lean on each other more than ever, offering reassurance and support across the miles. The process tested their patience and their resolve, pushing them to their limits. But through it all, one thing remained constant: their unwavering belief that their love was worth fighting for. They knew that if they could conquer this, they could conquer anything. After months of painstaking preparation, the day finally came. With a deep breath and a prayer, they hit submit on Maria's permanent residency application. And then, the waiting began. This was perhaps the most difficult phase of all. The future they had so carefully planned was now completely out of their hands, resting in a pile on some unknown official's desk. Every day felt like an eternity. They'd check their email compulsively, their hearts leaping at every notification, only to be met with silence. The uncertainty was excruciating. They tried to stay positive, to keep their spirits up, but the what-ifs were always lurking. They'd imagined the best-case scenario: Maria arriving in Toronto, a new beginning. But they also had to brace for the worst. The waiting period was a true test of their faith in each other and in the process. They continued their late-night calls, but now a new tension hung in the air. They talked about their future plans, where they would live, the first thing they would do together, as if speaking it into existence would make it happen sooner. It was a period of suspended animation, a time of intense hope mixed with profound anxiety.
Their entire relationship, their shared dream, hinged on a single email.
A single decision that would change their lives forever. Then, one ordinary Tuesday, it happened. An email notification popped up. The subject line simple but earth-shattering. Decision made on your application. Their hearts stopped. With trembling hands, Maria opened the attachment. And there it was, in black and white. Approved. The wave of relief was overwhelming. Tears of joy streamed down their faces as they called each other, screaming and laughing through the phone. The wait was over. The fight was won. A few weeks later, Alex stood at the arrivals gate at Toronto Pearson Airport, his heart pounding in his chest. He scanned the crowd, searching for the face he had only seen on a screen for so long. And then, he saw her. Maria walked through the doors, and the world just faded away. They ran to each other, a collision of emotion and relief. That airport hug wasn't just a greeting. It was the closing of a painful chapter and the triumphant beginning of a new one. All the lonely nights, the stressful paperwork, the agonizing waiting, all melted away in that single moment. They were finally home together. Their new life in Canada began right then and there. From navigating the TTC together to finding their favorite coffee shop, every small moment was a celebration. Their love hadn't just survived the distance. It had conquered it, proving that when two hearts are determined, no ocean is too wide and no border is too strong. Thank you for watching their journey. If you were touched by their story, please like, share, and subscribe for more.